Thank you, thank you, thank you, President Dr. Brian O. Hemphill. Thank you, Old Dominion University Rector Bruce Bradley. And thank you, members of the Board of Visitors, as well as the university's senior leadership, faculty, and staff for bestowing this tremendous honor upon me today. For more than a century, Old Dominion University has been an institution where young women and men have been nurtured and prepared to become strong and resilient leaders. This wonderful legacy now includes each of you. So, what happens now? What happens now, my fellow monarchs, is that you go into the world and you put everything that you have absorbed and learned into practice. Over these past few years, it all comes now to this moment. Think about that for a moment. You are and will forever be a monarch. But what does that mean when you cross this bridge into your next chapter after you walk across this stage? Throughout your time at ODU, many of you have proudly looked at the monarch, a royal crown on a lion's head, as a salute to your school's rich Virginia history, strength, pride, fearlessness, royalty. And thanks to a little film called Black Panther, I think I know a little bit about royalty. Well, fictional royalty at least. But the royalty that I'm going to speak to you about today does not involve superheroes or kingdoms or magical powers. It's about your leadership and your legacy. That's the real crown that I want you to wear every day when you step out into the world. Starting today as graduates, well, you'll be facing real life as you encounter challenges and obstacles, all whilst enjoying success, love, and happiness. It's all a part of carving out your individual paths as purposeful human beings. When I speak to graduates, I often compare the road to leadership and legacy to learning to walk in your own shoes rather than trying to fill someone else's. And I say this because when we buy a new pair, it takes some time for those shoes to feel like they're truly ours. By this, I want you to be comfortable with being uncomfortable as you enter into this new chapter. I want you to be mindful as you navigate life outside of ODU. I want you to be thoughtful when making decisions about these next steps on your journey. But I want you to also remember that through it all, as the psalmist wrote, penned, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes, graduates, you are designed for greatness. Your time spent as a monarch has prepared you to be men and women of accomplishment. Monarchs, you didn't come this far to come this far. No, you came this far to excel. You came this far to soar to heights that you, your parents, your grandparents, your ancestors sacrificed and prayed for you to reach. Oh, when the world tells you no, and they will, you remember that no is not a passport to failure. but it's a gateway to infinite possibilities that you hadn't considered or thought of yet. When the world says you're not good enough, remember that you have been nurtured for success within an academic university of a long line of alums who have contributed to changing the world. Carry this with you every day as a reminder to endure, to work hard, to push forward, and to claim your place at the table of purpose and prosperity, even in the face of life's certain uncertainty and adversity. Monarchs, it's your turn now. Take your turn. What will you take away from these years spent on this beautiful campus? How will you use your power? Who will you inspire? How will you change the world? I'm extremely honored to receive this honorary doctorate and to be amongst you today, but this moment is about you. My expectation is that our future will be shaped by your ideas, by your innovation, by your achievements, that you will pave the way for generations of future monarchs who will be encouraged to do the same when their time to push this planet forward arrives. And you're not doing it alone. You have each other. You have each other as well as a community of people far and wide who are cheering you on. You heard it earlier, right? As you walked in, cheering you on. And I'm rooting for you. We all are. As you go out into the world today as graduates, always remember this. The great poet Nikki Giovanni once said, "I really don't think life is about the I could have beens. Life is only about the I tried to do. I don't mind the failure, but I can't imagine that I'd forgive myself if I didn't try." ODU class of 2022, it's now your time to try, to live your lives boldly, courageously, unapologetically, generously, sacrificially, kindly, decently. It's your time to win. Thank you for this tremendous honor. Parents, mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers, neighbors, village, congratulations to each of you, for each of them. And graduates, well done. Now come on. ODU forever? ODU forever? ODU forever? Well done.